Welcome back to Modest Lifestyle. Welcome back, guys. If you've seen my face for the first time, my name is Modesta. If you haven't joined this beautiful family, what are you waiting for? Hit that red button that says subscribe. Do not forget to turn on your notification bell so that anytime we drop a new video, you'll be notified. To my returning subscribers, the Modest Nation, I see you all. Thank you for your support. It's a reaction video. Mighty Mucklers, the Muckler family, interracial couple. So they have another channel apart from this family channel, the Mighty Mucklers. They have another channel, We Love Our Kids, but so that's the name of that channel. A few days ago they shared a video. I don't know if you guys can see it. Are we getting a divorce? I'm like, hey, we are just dealing with Cora and Dr. Justin, and again another interracial issue. What is this? I was really, the way I clicked so fast to watch the video, and when I clicked in, it was an assumption. It was a very educative and interactive discussion. They were discussing about the perception and assumption that they got from their followers on Facebook. So I'm going to react based on the discussion this lady had with her husband. And before I do that, guys, this family, they have over 2 million subscribers on their family channel. And if they can still once in a while clickbait and keep their audience in suspense. Of recent, some YouTubers started frowning at clickbaited channels. They were saying all sorts of things that if they click in, they will click out and all the rest. If you don't put your title right, your video will be there looking at you. You understand? I'm not saying that people should do it in such a way that, especially when it has to do with life, that there are things we shouldn't joke with, right? But if it's just something for fun, something that will keep you in suspense, even the filmmakers, they make their film in such a way that you will be in suspense. If you already know where the storyline is going, then it won't be fun to watch. So this family actually tripped their viewers. Their viewers thought that they were getting divorced, only for them to click on the video, and some of them left a comment. They said that they know already that there's no way they were going to get divorced and they are too good together, all those good stuff. Some knew even before they watched. They knew that it must be. One comment says, I know you guys are lying, you are too good together to get divorced, something like that. So let's play and hear their discussion. Very interesting and interactive.
I think there's more things for me to learn. It's just a more interesting situation to be with somebody not like me. If I was with somebody like me, I think it would get predictable for me. And it's likewise, if you took that one step further, if you could kind of clone yourself, would you want to hang out with yourself all day? No, I wouldn't want to hang out with myself for 1 minute. I'm already myself living in this. And sometimes I don't want to put up with myself. That's why I'm quiet a lot and I leave. It's like, I wish I could leave my own self, but I have to stay in this body. So I like to date outside of my race, marry outside of my race, because it's just something different. That's why also when I traveled and I started experiencing cultures, I loved every culture that was something foreign to me, or quote unquote exotic. It was interesting because I could learn something. So the same thing in a relationship. You have opinions, I have opinions. As long as they don't clash as a matter of strong morality views that we might have on, say, religion or military or whatever it is, then it doesn't matter. It's like it really doesn't matter. But But some of these people, they read into like a video and they're like, Justin doesn't sanitize his hands as much as she does. They're going to get divorced. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wow, really? Like, is that what's causing divorce for some of y'all out there? Like, that's insane to me. Right. Because literally, like, even going into the conversation, like, I know that I'm not here to convince Justin of what he should not be doing. Like, right. That's not what I'm going into the conversation for. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, we know going into it, like, she knows that I'm me. Like, you're not going to convince me if that's what I want to do. That's what I'm saying. Second of all, we can have a discussion.
So, guys, in this video, they were having discussions regarding how to choose who to be with, how to choose who you marry. So according to Justin, which is her husband, he said that him marrying someone from his race, someone of same color, is not enticing to him. Like, he wants to explore, he wants to learn other culture, he wants to get the feeling, of being with somebody who is not of the same caliber with him. Your husband might say that he prefers B, while you say you prefer A. So long as it's not clashing, like, both partners should respect their opinions and respect their decisions. And another thing that I learned from their discussion, they said that apart from cheating, infidelity, and all the rest, people tend to look at the bigger picture of, oh, he cheated, oh, she cheated. There are little things that actually make up the issue before divorce happens. And what I can say, my own opinion to what they are saying is, I don't think, even before I was married, I don't think I would be attracted to other race. You understand? I would still prefer someone possible that is narrow to my culture, so that it will be easy for me to blend in. Because I believe one thing, I believe that human beings, you cannot change them, especially if they are coming from different backgrounds. You have to learn to adapt and deal with people the way they are. You cannot try to mold that person into believing. You have to meet each other halfway. You're coming from, for example, from Nigeria, you have your culture, you have your different ways of doing things. He is coming from Western world, he has different ways of, you have to meet each other halfway. So I feel it's a bit too much for me. I will give an example. In my culture, there are certain food we eat certain way. We eat with our bare hands. You just wash your hands. Of course, you have to maintain some hygiene, right? By making sure you wash your hands properly. But you don't necessarily need to eat that food with spoon. Whereas, if your spouse is, for example, your spouse is from the Western world, I don't want to call any particular country. If your spouse is from the Western world, to him, it's weird for you to eat with your bare hands. Whereas there is fork, spoon, and the rest. And another one is, in our culture, it might be okay for you to eat from the pot. Let's say you have a leftover food from the pot. It's okay for you to eat from the pot. It doesn't matter. You don't have to put it on a plate, then eat. Whereas from his own culture or her own culture, where he come from or where she come from, you don't have to eat from the pot. So in this case, you have to accept the person the way he or she is. You don't try to correct the person. You don't try to tell the person, oh, you are nasty, or you are dirty, or you are ghetto. So problem comes when you try to change that person for who he or she is not. Some women do that, some men do that as well. That is where problem comes mainly in interracial couples. So they also spoke something about that. But for me, I don't feel, even before I got married, I never got attracted to different race. I love to watch interracial couples. I love to see how they interact. I love to see the differences. There are a lot of things you can learn marrying somebody from another tribe. It's obvious. Even in Africa, we have different cultures. Igbo culture is different from Yoruba culture. Yoruba culture, when you are to greet an elderly person, you have to bend down or even kneel down. In our own culture, it's similar. When you are to greet an elderly person, you have to also show some signs of respect. You don't have to necessarily be flat on the floor. You understand? So these are the things. It's a hard work for me. Like, if I was not married, I don't think I would be patient enough to try to understand the differences, try to meet up with the person without being judgmental or without trying to change anything that person does, because that is where problem arise. They have amazing kids. They have 2 girls, twins, and the last one is a boy. Actually, the lady is a Nigerian, American Nigerian. Thank goodness that it was a clickbait and not real, because we haven't recovered from Lily Petals and James. Last 3 weeks we've been on the case of Lily Petals and James. Now we also have Cora and Dr. Justin. And this Mighty Macleos family, I nearly jumped out of the chair when I saw their title. All right, guys, I'm already sweating too much. If you watched till this moment, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.